So does that mean that Bramble signs too?
Who is abstaining from signing?
Aerithise.
Aerithise and obviously
Well, you're gonna sign it later.
Gorm hasn't said he won't sign it.
That's true, but
Gorm hasn't said anything about what he's going
Bramble
to do.
knows of Gorm, he would think that you're not going to sign.
No.
Well,
if someone hands it to
Bramble
him, he
will
will
look
take
at Jeffrey, and Jeffrey will kind of like disheartenedly, like lower his head, and somehow we'll get Jeffrey to sign it too. Because if that's in there, and if anybody's let loose without the group agreeing, then Bramble's satisfied that the contract would be null and void.
Alright, so Bramble signs it.
Jeffrey would somehow
just gets to put ink on someone's paw and put it on her book.
Anybody trying to approach Harmony with this?
Yes.
She eventually Jis and Curiosity make their way after they get BT to sign it because she just wants Jis to go away, and Rack doesn't say anything. He just signs it because Jis is doing a thing again.
That sounds right.
Eventually, they get up to you, and they explain everything to you. And Nihilus just
What you need to do.
Curiosity starts by saying, "So, Harmony, you think we should have more group unity and make group decisions, right?" Well, we made this really nice contract where we need to make more group decisions before doing things like killing innocent people in cold blood. We already got some people to sign it. I think that you should sign it too.
Yeah, I'll sign it so you tell me what it is, Curiosity. Time of the day may tell me anything, it's that tradition.
Okay, I read the contract to him.
Do you read it, like, do you move things, or do you read it plain?
No, I read what it says.
Okay. I mean, you've been hearing it. Basically, is like that everyone's going to make some agreements first before they just murder people.
But it sounds like we're not allowed to murder people.
You're not allowed to murder people that we have without weapons in cold blood.
Just looks at you.
You can still fight them. You just can't murder them in cold blood.
And I would look at Harmony and say this was a contract that I amended before. The first contract I wouldn't have agreed to.
And besides,
okay, just a hypothetical. Okay, Curiosity. Say we're out here, just us, and we come across group of bandits. And let's say we kill some of them. Like 6 of them end up surrendering to us. What do we do with all the prisoners? Curiosity. What do we do?
We decide to let them go.
After robbing them of all their clothes.
So you take all their clothes. You set them loose. Everybody else is dead. And they're in the middle of the desert. They have no supplies. You don't know if they know other bandits.
Okay, we're just gonna stop you here because you're gonna insinuate that they should surrender to us, and we say, "Oh, thank you for surrendering. Now we will slit your throats." Excellent.
What he said.
And I say, Harmony,
we can always. We're
is a group
normally
decision.
on our way to a city. We can always hand them to the authorities that we meet.
There aren't that many of us. If we have too many prisoners, it will be impossible for us to do our jobs, which is...
That's why we'll just let them go.
Is this really something that is needing a long discussion about?
Yes.
And he kind of, Nihilus looks to all of you. Is this really what we're going to spend our time talking about? Because I, for one, am too old to listen.
Did he sign the contract yet?
He did because when he get done,
He takes
right?
the contract, he signs it, sends it back. Just go into the back.
Ah, excellent.
Harmony.
You should just learn not to listen to them.
You should learn, young lad. You should learn that sometimes it's better to just give people what they want. Always change your mind later.
No, if I do that, then they'll just be upset at me later. I'd rather have them be upset at me in the front.
I just asked Jess, I was like,
do
Saurians have contracts? I don't think you guys understand how contracts work.
No, they don't. My dad has them, but that no one else does.
The only thing I would say to Harmony is this is for group solidarity. And I just kind of shrug.
Nihilus puts his hands up. Just curiosity. Winter, am I correct? Go into the middle. Talk to VT. Maybe figure out a little bit more before you bring it up here. For now, leave us alone.
Everybody else already signed it.
That's great. In the back. Now.
Need flexibility, curiosity. Contracts
You
don't
too.
have nuance.
You shush.
That's quite
Rest of you.
deceptive.
In the back. Go. I'm done. Okay, I'm 87 years old. This is too much. Too much. Too much.
Hey, Harmony, wanna come walk back here with me?
No. Nope. He's up here with me.
I just take Curiosity's arm and pull him back.
Jess also helps you. Hey, Nihilus, when Nihilus says we should do it, Nihilus says.
Okay, we need to go get Ari to sign the contract anyways.
Okay, let's go bug Ari.
Winter
Good luck.
just
Good luck, because
stays
he
away
feels like
from them.
he has a duty to his people to kill people that are fought against the Empire. So good luck with him signing that.
Winter does not go with you guys for this one.
Harmony's not signing
Vindigo?
it because he knows that Ares probably not going to sign it.
Out of character, though, murder is a legal term. So technically, he can sign it and still just kill everyone because he has legal authority to kill the bandits.
Yeah,
And-
Harmony thought about that.
Out of
That's not
character,
murder.
technically, if we don't all
I mean-
agree, nothing happens with the contract.
Yeah.
So,
This is what happens when people
That's
who
why
don't
everyone has to sign
understand
the
contract law
contract.
and legal terms write a contract.
As you go back, Nihilus looks at Harmony and says, Do they really think that that's going to bind you all to anything? Is that...
I don't know. We had a discussion about doing things as a group, and apparently they think writing things down on paper instead of actually hashing out disagreements is a better way to do things. The problem is, so the scenario was that Ari tried to kill the prisoner we had because he's a servant of the Empire, and the bandit had crossed the Empire, and he has some sort of duty to, or authority to, eliminate those, basically to render judgment on them. So I don't think Ari's going to sign it, and I'm not going to sign it unless he
Was
signs
he
it.
a soldier?
I didn't pry, but I don't think so. Something else. You know what? If he wants to tell you, you know, you can ask him yourself.
Do you want advice or not?
Yeah, sure.
I
Why
would
not?
watch him. I would pry. The thing is, have you been to the Empire? To the Dominion? Have you met many of them?
Nope. I mean, we're technically in their domain, but that doesn't really apply on the outskirts out here.
Piece of advice then. When you're dealing with people who are true loyalists, I'm not just talking citizens, but people who have a past with the Dominion, they will put that before anything. Anything. Friends alike. Their loyalty to the Emperor, or Empress in this case, it is unmatched. I have never seen anything like it. If you suspect he is some sort of military, it will be dishonor for him to do anything against what his beliefs are, and dishonor is worse than death.
You know, I kind of already figured that. You know, I don't really trust him that much.
Ah, that's wise. I wouldn't-
Certainly not trusting. I mean, he's saved Curiosity a couple of times, but if it comes down to it, the people I trust are Winter. And that's just because she's friends with Curiosity. Myself. And I think me and Bramble are forming an understanding. The others I'm not so sure of.
Well, you don't trust Vinda.
She's with Ari, man! She's with Ari!
Also, when naming a list of people that you trust, if you find it necessary to put yourself on said list, I feel like
and isn't
wrong
Curiosity
with
the
this
back of the
list.
list? The group?
I need more people on the list. It's a little short.
This is just Curiosity's inner imaginary voice.
It's a little
in
sad.
I thought you set Rafi up.
Sometimes being a leader means doing things you don't really want to do, but it will be better for group unity. I understand what you're saying. Trust me. I get wanting to talk about things first, but if I'm being honest, talking really doesn't do much. What it takes is someone to make a decision.
Yes, well, Ares never going to agree to it. I don't think I can make the rest of the group understand why. So if he agrees to it, then I'll agree to it, but I'm not going to leave him the odd man out here. I need his trust.
No, I understand. It's just a piece of parchment. It means nothing.
But I don't need people who aren't going to follow the agreement to sign the agreement, because that will cause problems later. Because the rest of them think that this is binding, and so when that doesn't happen the way they plan out, it's going to cause problems later.
He looks at Jess, who's up and down, like you can tell she's in the middle of a speech to convince Ari that this is the right thing. It just came up with it, and then it means nothing.
And keep in mind, our party did not come up with this contract. She did.
Just think about it. That's all I'm saying. At any rate, you seem like you have a good head on your shoulders. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah, unless I get angry and punch a hole through somebody first. That's known to happen.
That's what's needed. That's what's needed. Then go ahead. I have been training young hunters for 50 years. I've punched a couple of them. It happens.
And at this point, Brambles thinks, sparring might not be a good idea.
What? The sparring accident he had with a guy was like 128. No, like 130 years ago. You're fine.
But someone almost lost a wing. It was bad.
It didn't have anything to do with sparring, particularly. It just happened while they were sparring.
If you like, I can teach you what I know about handling people. You seem like you need a little more negotiation skills, which I understand. I know you're probably going to be like, what was the point? I was the same way when I was your age. Well, probably not, because I know Gloamlings live a lot longer, but you get what I'm saying, right?
You're talking in terms of maturity level.
Yes.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So, if you would like, we can talk some more. At least you'll have a sane brother to listen to.
Sure. I don't think we have anything better to talk about. Unless you want to tell me all your hunting techniques, or tell me
Actually,
about
I
You know what, let's do all of them. Land, hunting, stalking, tracking, people. Give it to me all. Give it all to me.
it takes. I'm gonna be with them for another 5 years for them to get a hold of it, most of it. But sure, we can do it all in a couple of days.
Yeah, that's how I work.
I like you. You're fun. I wish you were Saurian, because then you would be coming with me. But unfortunately, the most sane one is Drak, and he's been mute since he was born. So, well, really,
I think you chose your traveling companions poorly.
well, what he lacks in communication, he makes up for in skill and tracking. And more than a few times he's found things that were coming before I did, which is impressive. Don't tell him I said that, though.
He just looks at you like, yeah, yep, I'm definitely gonna tell him, like, yep.
Careful. Like I said, I've punched a few of them.
Alright, now we go back to everybody convincing Ari to sign the contract thing that's gonna mean nothing to Ari whatsoever. Because he knows it means nothing to him. This is great. Love it, guys.
Alright, you can decide how that resolves, but we're gonna skip, because I got stuff to get to, and I don't want to spend all day on the Murder Hobo contract.
Let's just keep going, because unfortunately, Ari's not gonna sign it.
That's what I figured.
But it does say murder, though. You could sign it.
No.
Moving on.
We will
You guys
move on.
present your best arguments, and you do this for about 3 days. You guys travel ahead.
And Gorm shoots somebody at this point.
Yeah.
But that depends.
Strumming in.
It never gets to that. It never gets to that point, and but you notice that Miles is actually pretty good at reining his people in, even though Jess has kind of got a big personality. She listens to him, and actually, probably Gorm, you probably spend more time with Beatty, who shows you bow techniques and is interested in learning from you as well. Rack says nothing. He never says anything. But there's a couple of times where he sees danger coming or finds tracks and maneuvers the party away from them. Eventually, at about midday on the third day, you start approaching. You're walking in less dunes, and you start approaching more canyon-based landscape, and it becomes a little more rocky. And about 4 or 5 at night, you take a turn, and you kind of enter a canyon similar to the other one, but it's much bigger, and it's like there's on either side, and there's a more clear road that snakes through it. And as you get to this point, Nihilus pauses you all and says, "We're getting into closer to actual civilization. There's a town up here called Glowfall. We should be safe for the night there. It's not much. It's run by priests, but it should provide us with shelter."
That sounds amicable.
Who was saying something? Because whoever was talking just cut out.
That sounds amicable.
It's a long word, son, but sure.
Yes. What was the name of this town?
Glowfall.
Glowfall. Okay.
In fact, let's switch over to it and see if my computer dies.
Dun, dun, dun.
Or mine.
You just can do it, Eagle. I believe in it.
Believe in mine. Mine's the more important one.
The server has closed. No.
I believe in you. I believe in you. Believe in the power of your computer.
I'll be really sad because I spend a good amount of time building it. But if it won't...
Oh no, it's got the small grids. That's scary.
Give it a second. There you go.
It's as small as my map's grids.
There we go.
Oh, there you
Load
go.
complete. As everything zooms back in.
Very
Okay,
nice.
There we go. There we go. Readjust camera. Da 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 da.
Oh good, most of it's just tan. We're good. We're safe.
It's here. Okay, good. Cool.
It's
It
here.
worked.
It's actually pretty good.
Does everyone's stuff make it? No.
No.
Because why would it?
I know, right?
I see a lot of
I
old
don't-
houses and some old spook
For some
houses.
reason, the textures aren't working. Why?
Look, I don't complain. If the textures, it's fine. As long as you can see
The,
something.
the whole table surface.
Okay, people, come over here. I'm emptying your things, so come get them.
No, sorry, I'm busy reading the laws. Even though Harmony can't read.
Yeah, I'm reading the last two.
So,
Yeah, I worked hard to put them up there. I was originally 1 pillar. The loss didn't fit on 1 pillar, so now there's 3.
There's 3 separate pillars with separate laws. Oh man.
Where? What?
Oh, I see a contradiction.
Thank you. I should have passed the law. I should have gone to you first.
Law number 1 and law number 10 are are in conflict.
oh,
Okay, you can
is-
explain it to me later.
Well, it also says that to die is honor, and then it says dishonor is death.
Yeah, so you regain honor for your family by committing suicide. Clearly, it's like Japanese, like. Anyway.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, I'm making a mess.
See, look at this. It says murder is dishonorable. Let's get them to sign our contract.
not gonna sign it. Unfortunately, not this time.
Okay, well, your stuff is all here if anyone cares.
Yeah, I'm trying to find everybody. Oh, there's Harry.
I'm taking my dice with me.
I'm gonna plunk me down right there because that's where the game will let me. You look like mine. If it'll move, come with me. You are mine. Come, come, come.
I don't like that we had to bring our dice. That means there's something bad is going to happen here.
Well, we had dice 4.
Okay, there we go. My dice are now here. There. Go into the bucket. No. Go into the little bowl. Thank you.
Why won't you just move, you dumb thing? Okay, there we go.
Oh, I'm giant. I am a giant now.
No, shrink yourselves down. Shrink yourselves down.
Wait,
People. Don't make me do it for you.
But I can't type in the numbers because I'm not the GM. Let's see.
Oh, so that's what you have on there. Okay.
Just hit the
Love
minus
beginning.
button on your key.
Yeah, no, but I could have just, you can just type in numbers and it goes so much better.
Gorm is humongous.
Okay, so we're supposed to be the same size as the mini soldiers, huh?
Just be the size of a
The
square.
mini soldiers?
The size of a square, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
be the top of the square, except Rafi and Vinda, you have to be as tiny as possible.
There we go.
I think that's going to be pretty much.
That is
unless-
pretty much
unless-
as many
well,
as possible.
It's as many as you can make it by minusing. The GM can make it smaller than that
Oh, I see.
by typing in numbers with the scale box and then like doing stuff. But that seems excessive.
It seems very excessive.
Oh, I need to go back to my notes. What did I know about these people?
I'm just waiting on the music to load. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's what's taking so long. 'Cause that's draining or making my computer kind of laggy. But
The inner flame in. I like it.
the inner what?
The inner flame in.
Oh,
Puns! They're great.
Alright, I'm still trying to find Jeffrey and Bramble.
The music is a video for a car.
GM's
Well, there's a dragon in the external area. I think we should all run away now. Oh, we're out. We're not fighting the dragon.
You're fighting
there's
whatever I want you to fight.
What's that thing? Yeah, there's where Jeffrey
Where's
is.
Jeffrey?
Wait,
He's on the wall behind
So-
the city.
He's on the wall.
Yeah. Do you
wait.
see
So
my
if to
peak?
die is honor, then is to live dishonor, and if dishonor is death.
It has more to do with reclaiming honor.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Look for
I'm
a
just
pink
playing
arrow.
word games.
Yeah. I should have a couple of pink arrows now plastered down around Jeffrey.
Yeah, I see the pink arrows. I don't see Jeffrey though. On my screen at least.
Huh. Okay. So, what color are you? Full blue? Okay. Yoink! Let's see if we can't put him down right next to the
Okay, then I
mini
see him.
statues.
Thus, if 3 and 4 are true, to live is to die.
Well, that's sort of true, though. Life is 100% fatal.
Alright. Why is he so big though?
But he
Scale
can be
down.
shrunk.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Did anybody find me by any chance?
I put everything over there. You
Oh,
guys.
there's a. I think I
I
found you.
found Jeffrey.
I found you.
Yeah, Jeffrey's right next to Bazak.
Yeah, I found.
Or I found
And you can
Barry.
just put,
No, I
if
found
anybody
Vinda.
sees me, you can just
I
put
found
me-
Vinda.
There. I
Here
am.
we go.
Thank you. I'll just kind of go
I found
like
Winter.
right next to them.
Okay.
I found her golem.
I mean that. Oh. I just fell over.
fire golem attacks town.
I'm just glad I locked everything down.
Did you? Oh, please don't. That's Payzak. Please don't.
There you go.
Shrink
I'm
that
all
back
set.
down. It's close to where I thought it was.
The pillars that are the laws are not locked.
They aren't?
Oh,
I can't grab them. Oh, never mind.
That's
you
This one
moved
is
it,
locked.
Tyra.
This
Tyra,
one
you
is...
moved it.
Well, I was tested, and
You didn't believe me? If it has the little white circle...
Well, yeah, because this one doesn't.
Oh, also all the houses aren't locked down.
So, in other words...
Be careful. Don't touch anything, guys.
Kyrath has committed dishonor. Shall I kill him now?
Oops, I accidentally grabbed it. I wasn't trying to.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. I should have said nothing. I apologize. I was trying to be helpful. I apparently was not.
I don't have permission to lock it.
Of course, I'm probably 5 minutes late. Eagle has disconnected.
No! Eagle, are you still there in Discord?
I'm reloading to try and fix.
Okay. You're trying to fix stuff. Cool.
Okay. Please just work.
Please just work. Please just work.
Okay, who messed up my pillars?
Kyrath.
It was Kyrath.
What?
I think you
No,
put it
they're
back in the
fine.
right spot.
They're
Looks
fine.
like it's in the right spot. Maybe.
That's close enough.
But yeah, like all the houses are not locked down either.
Okay, I'm gonna
Actually,
away from you.
it was the
people.
contract that messed up here.
And the well is not locked either. Neither is the temple for some reason. So, go ahead and tell you what's not locked down. Just telling you what's not locked down. I haven't moved anything. I haven't touched it.
Oh, the compass isn't locked down either.
Oh no!
Why does everything need to be locked down? Just
Because you mess with it.
Don't touch it.
Is to
Or
prevent
accident. So
I
nobody
only touched the
accidentally
one
touched
thing.
it.
I touched the pillar.
Oh,
But
the sign for the inn is also not locked.
Yeah, neither are all the houses. Now they are.
But you can, just highlight
There
them
you
all. Well,
Yeah, the other problem with things not being locked down is that
Okay.
if you move something and it bumps into them,
physics.
Okay, your
That'll-
tokens are all in the wrong place, people. That's not where you are.
Okay.
Not the entrance,
I
it looks like the
just
entrance.
stuck them here because that's where everybody else was. Goodbye,
That looked like the entrance, so I thought you were
It's
going
not.
to be at the entrance.
It is not. This is the entrance.
Okay.
Where's the...
So
and
everybody-
reloading didn't help. The table is still black.
see, they don't want you to enter where it says the laws. That way, if you don't, then you break them, then they get to kill you.
But there's a giant door over there. That's clearly the entrance.
Guys, I haven't got to describe the town yet.
Clearly
Give her
the
a minute
So-
to put everything
Where-
where it needs to be, and then
You
So for
people.
formation
Then we can blow it up.
clarification, Jeffrey, Bazak, and Bramble are in the back.
It
That's
doesn't really
correct.
matter.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I don't. For some reason, I didn't
Just
put
curious.
the Saurian tokens in here, so we'll just see now because I'm done messing with everything.
understandable.
Okay.
Sometimes it gets that way.
Barring any more messing with things, you guys are in the town of Glowfall. you come around the ridge, and you come into. It's almost kind of like a little hidden away village, as it's completely surrounded by rock, but you can only really find it if you pass through the right kind of tunnels, as you're it's kind of little convoluted, but thanks to Nihilus and Rack, you guys managed to find your way in, and you enter through this crack in the wall, and you see before you a small cluster of houses that are by a well. Also, I probably don't have to tell you guys not to scale. Okay, just use your imaginations, please. So please don't be giving me grief because the door of the cathedral is ginormous. It's not.
Okay. No
There's
problem.
a giant door, in case you didn't realize.
It's humongous. Giants can go through it.
It's
Just-
not that big.
Just say the word, Empress, and I will do your will.
It's wheelchair accessible. That's why it's okay. It's accessible for people with gigantism.
In the desert, yeah.
Calm down.
Okay. So there's a cluster of houses, and there's a few more than there is actually displayed, but it kind of looks like it's like in a circle with the well at the center. You see what looks to be like an inn at the far end, and you see and then a cathedral of some kind right next to that. You also, yes, notice a big door that seems to be guarded by 3 pillars and several, what Eretheus recognizes immediately as Domini guards. Guys enter. A couple people pass you by, and the people who do, all of them seem to be Azamar, and they're dressed in what is best described as priestly garments. They just are well dressed, but humbly dressed, and in kind of grayish colors. And Nihilus, kind of before you see a figure kind of coming towards them, and as Nihilus looks up and sees them, he turns to you, Eretheus, and he says, "These are your people. Would you like to take the lead?"
It would probably be best if I did so, isn't it? At least to greet and meet.
I don't know. Is it be best? I'm asking for your judgment.
Yeah, Aries gonna go ahead and just take the lead.
Right. You guys come up, and the figure approaches. And you see, you guys can zoom in, you can see her picture. You see an Azamar woman, but she's strikingly different from the other Azamar you see. Azamar typically have golden skin, gold to yellow kind of skin. Her skin is like a violet. It's almost as dark as Winter's, but a little bit darker. Her hair is a darker shade of purple, and her robes kind of match this. And she approaches you, and she bows. "Welcome to Glowfall. I am Zaylin. How can I help you today?"
Eretheus will meet her bow, full formal, as much as he can, and will just come up and meet her eyes. "My name is Eretheus Dayspell. We are currently journeying to, where was it? Where we're going to, guys?
Seashore, Seashine.
Yes, that's right. We are currently traveling to Seashine, and we're on our way to possibly take in at least a rest here or two at your town."
Do you plan on visiting the hall before you leave?
If I am welcome there, I shall.
Of course, pilgrims are always welcome to take their offerings. But in the meantime, I'm sure you are all tired. The inn is at your disposal, although you may notice a few more guests than normal. We have a troop of Domini soldiers staying with us this day. Please be respectful of them.
We shall. I shall make sure my group is informed to be respectful and not do anything foolhardy.
Good. I am glad. If there's anything else I can help you with, please let me know. I will be within my cathedral.
One thing. Do you have any news of the Empress? How are things going in the capital?
I am sure things are well within the capital. Make a perception check.
Okay. Where's my bowl? There's my bowl.
See, I told you bad things were gonna happen. That's why we need the dice.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. For a total of... Oh, perception. That's intelligence. No, wait. That's perception. Okay. That'll be a nice 12. I have no bonus to perception.
For a moment, she seems a little surprised that you're, and you only catch it because she's Azamar and you've been used to these kind of circumstances, there's just this hint of a little bit like shock or surprise on her face, and then it quickly passes when you mention the Empress. But she glosses over it and continues, I am sure that the Empire as well. Blowfall does not really receive a lot of news from the outside. We are simply guardians of the Hall.
I completely understand. Thank you for your greeting as well. We shall approach you if we need anything. Light be with you.
Light be with you all.
And I will return to the group, to everybody who is in listening distance. Listen here. The lady mentioned Domini soldiers are here. Do take care. Do not do anything that might even be considered disrespectful, please. Put it this way. If you consider my actions earlier to be, or the other day to be out of character, consider this. They have full right to stab you, kill you instantly if you disrupt, or if you disrespect them.
Okay.
As well as everybody else in our party. Please be respectful. While my former position is one of order and law, theirs is as well, and they represent the Empress.
Well spoken, young one. We will mind our P's and Q's. Jis, who Jis, as you can see, she's already been trying to like draw the priestess as she watches, and she's like, yeah. Pen down, hands in pockets. But fine. Can I at least stay by curiosity? If you promise to behave. She looks at you. Curiosity. She looks at you, kind of like. Okay, fine.
Curiosity is trying to look as solemn as possible.
And
She follows suit.
Bramble looks at Jeffrey and just says, heal.
Rolfie kind of perks up, looks around, hops down and gets up onto Harmony's shoulder. But he doesn't really nestle in, more like he just kind of stays alert and looks around him.
Yeah, I agree, Rafi. I don't like this place.
Alright, so where are you guys headed?
Harmony wishes they just wouldn't have come to the town whatsoever, so...
And Bramble just
he doesn't even want to be here!
Bramble just kind of looks at Harmony and nods.
Yeah, I'm just like... You know what? They wouldn't have a problem with us setting up the tent far on the outskirts of town, would they?
On the outskirts, I do not believe they would have an issue with us. So long as we are not in their way, shall I say.
I feel like if we go to the inn, there's going to be a lot of drunk soldiers. A lot of potential for problems. Although I've never met Dominion soldiers, so maybe they don't get drunk.
I was actually going to ask if the respect went both ways.
Oh, if they gave us that same respect.
Yes.
They are under special orders of the Empress, and so if they are out here doing something, then they are on her orders. And to get in the way of them is to...
So I'm going with a no.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a no on the respect.
They will not respect you like you respect, like you are to respect them.
So they could start something, is what I'm saying, I guess. And there would be no ramification on their end.
Not for them, no.
Yep, we're staying far away. Yep, we're setting up camp. Like points to the most away from the inn is humanly possible.
Yeah, that sounds.
I will say I have been here before. The priests are pretty kind. They do help people. I don't think it's unwise for us to go away, but I don't think this also means we can't be involved. Perhaps what would be best is if we all set up camp somewhere a little bit further away, and one or two of us go to the tavern. Still might be good to see what's going on.
True, I agree. Besides, I wish to visit the temple anyways.
Great, so we'll keep everybody else out of trouble, and you guys figure out when you can figure out. And if we see a bunch of guards coming to kill us, we'll know you got into trouble.
They come to kill you.
I'll assume you're already dead.
Yeah. Who's going where? Arethias is going to the temple.
Okay.
You go ahead and go to the shrine, visit the shrine and whatnot. Pay his respects.
Okay.
When are we planning on ending this session for tonight?
Midnight?
Because Skylar and I have to get up early.
Well, I mean,
You don't have to get up that early.
I mean, I have to get up at 6,
Okay.
so I get it.
It'll put hair on your chest anyways.
I want to get to some things, so I'm like hoping by
Okay.
midnight we'll get to those things.
Okay, yeah.
We should go quickly to the things.
Let us get to the things.
Say no to the things.
So for brevity's sake, who's staying, who's going? I'm going.
I'm definitely not going.
Okay.
I'm gonna advise the
What
young
is
people
that
not to
thing
go,
we're going to?
and I will try to keep them stay entertained. I will talk about the contract with them at the camp.
Well, Curiosity did want to go see stuff, but if he's gonna sign the contract,
I'll float out like, so tell me how's the contract looking now? We'll float that out there as like a try to keep all the youngsters from going
Okay,
anywhere.
so is it gonna be
Curiosity,
Gorm area going? Or who?
It's a bar. It's got to be fun.
I'm gonna make a roll.
If you start going over there, he's just gonna like grab you and be like, actually, if like Rafi, can you just like go back on his shoulders and like scratch his face, please? He makes a roll, the slowest roll in history. Take the roll, Kyrat!
I made the
Roll.
roll. I'm gonna check is this. That's probably intelligence. Fine. He decides to convince Harmony to sign the contract, so he doesn't go do anything fun.
Just as sad, but she falls.
Can the rest roll? Or can I roll at least?
If you
Hey,
so
is
desire.
anyone going to the tavern?
I don't
Just
think
ask
we
that.
really need to roll. We just need to say
Yeah.
who's going.
Well, I'll be hitting the temple first, and then I'll be going to the tavern.
Okay, who's going with Ari?
So did we talk
where
about
we-
how long
where
we're gonna
are we
stay
going?
here?
I think we're
Anyway,
just staying the night because we still have to go ahead and scout for the caravan.
Yeah.
I think we're just staying just this night.
So, Beatty, Rat goes with you guys. Beatty, she looks at the two of you and she's like, I haven't been to a tavern in a while, so.
No, don't send an angry person to the tavern. No,
Who do you call an angry person? I'm not angry.
this is out of game.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful.
Why is she an angry person?
Yeah.
She's not an angry person. She seems to be strict and quite formal, which is fine.
So wherever the really excessively talkative people go, Gorm doesn't go there.
Dang it. I shouldn't have convinced
Gorm
everyone
is
to
going to the
stay.
temple then.
If you want to go, Harmony, you could convince Beatty to stay. She would stay and watch them.
No, nope. Harmony's good. He feels much better if he knows where all the troublemakers are.
Yeah.
So that's Curiosity's not gonna stay if Harmony's gonna leave, because that means he's not gonna.
Gorm doesn't have any money or any money to buy new face wraps, so
Okay,
he would probably stay, but
let's solve this quick.
he doesn't want to be near them.
If you're not going, move your token over here, please. Move your token over here. That's the camp.
Where do you want it moved?
If you're not going, go to the left of center.
Everybody else, move your token towards the temple. Winter is with the other distracted people, right?
I'm not going. Like, Winter has no wish to be in that town.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Rafi's on my shoulders.
Gorm doesn't either, but Gorm has a stronger wish to be away from the talking people. So it's either stay there and end up punching out a couple of them, or go here and don't.
Excellent. Now Harmony is being ambushed by all three of the contract people, and we'll force him to stay.
Harmony, you should have come with me. You should have come with me, bro.
Winter's not even gonna try. She's just going off and sitting down, thinking.
Okay, so then who's over here is
Erethias and Gorm, it looks like.
Okay, just the two of you. Okay, cool. So you go to the temple, and as you get close, you can see in silvery letters that are in a rather pretty font, the Forerunners temple.
Also, just one thing I want to say. Every person who's not of the party, Gorm is always eyeing suspiciously and is super paranoid.
Okay. Well, then you're eyeing a lot of people, because there's a lot of priests in here just praying.
I am aware of this. I expected that.
Alright, so you guys enter, and then it's actually pretty nice in the interior. It's not extravagant, but you see symbols of what looks to be a windrunner, and so as you're walking through, you see the glass panes are very open, and there seems to be sort of an easy airflow to the place. And as you're walking through, you're gathering that this is probably a temple of the windrunner order. You see several people praying. Some are cleaning. Others are just sort of minding their business. You see Waylon. She seems to be reading something at what is kind of like a pulpit, but she's just sort of quietly meditating and reading this. You see Beatty kind of looks around. She seems kind of unimpressed, but she does keep quiet and keep to herself.
Okay, I will find a spot, respectfully pray, and then give an offering at whatever is allowed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Probably.
There's some plates set up at the front for that have some coin in them.
Okay, I will go ahead and put in 5 silver.
Okay. Wait, he watches you. Kind of just. You see she's a little weirded out, but she doesn't really say anything. She looks at Gorm. You gonna, put your coin in there too, or?
Gorm just looks at her with a really look on his face.
Look, I don't know you, so we travel together, but whatever. I just want to make sure I wasn't the only one.
Of my possessions after I was captured.
You missed out on poker night? Oh, that's right, you did. Could have gotten some that way. Just always gives away her hand.
After that, I will return to them and just kind of quietly lead them towards the inn.
You hear a little bit.
I was going to say to them, thank you for humoring me, at least.
He kind of fake salutes you. Then you hear a tiny whisper as you go by. Yes, finally. as you guys leave. And you guys head to the Inner Flame Inn.
The Inner Flame Inn! Yes, we go there! Oh, wait. That was weird.
Okay.
My token just went goodbye.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I don't care one season now, it's fine. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You walk into the Inner Flame Inn. It's actually a pretty warm building, as the other one was sort of arid and kind of had a sort of solemn chill to it. This has bright, warm lights. There's nice wooden furniture everywhere. You see several Domini guards seem to be sitting at tables. None of them appear to be rambunctious in any way. They're just sort of sitting there. They look at you as you approach, give you a nod, go back to their drinks, and you see in the corner a youngish woman. She waves at you. Welcome to the Inner Flame Inn. Can I help you?
Oh, yes. And Arethias will go up to her. I'm assuming the other two are following me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they follow you. BT immediately takes a seat at the bar.
What do you have in terms of libations here?
Oh, we have a few things. We've got ale and wine from Quester that manages to get its way here a couple of times. We have, of course, fermented goat milk, as that's usual. We have a few more rare things. What can I get you? And Gorm, you're taking notice of her now that you're up close to her. She's a little odd looking. She's tall. She's got the ears of, her hair is pulled back, and she's got the ears of an Asmar. She has some familiar green tinted skin and what looks to be small tusks protruding from underneath her lip. And you recognize a little bit of yourself looking at her.
Yeah, I don't think Gorm really cares terribly much.
Go ahead, Betak. Gorm, go ahead. Order what you will.
But I have no money.
I will pay.
Gorm gives you a nod of thanks. And asks for some mead. Do you have any mead?
Of course, we've got a couple of different choices. She shows you 3 different glasses of mead. We got one. One comes from all the way from Autumn Dream. Another one is as a mead that we make here, and another one we got is from Quester.
Whichever you recommend.
I would recommend the Autumn Dream one. It's probably the best, if I'm being completely honest. Okay, and she takes her glass and she pours it and hands it to him. Beatty goes, goat milk, just a glass of it. The tallest glass you have. Great. She pours that into for Beatty. And you, sir?
You said you have some meat from Questor. Do you have anything else?
Wine from Quester?
That will be fine.
Alright. She pours you a glass. She looks, she looks at all of you and she looks back at the guards and let me know if there's anything else I can grab you. And she grabs a cloth and she starts kind of swiping down the bar, looking around.
Thank you. We will.
Not fair. I don't know what's going on.
That's okay.
And 18 takes a pretty big swig of her drink. She leans into you, Barry. So, place is weird, right?
It is a bit more solemn, but not weird.
No, like it's weird. She totally is nervous about something.
Yes. That I picked up on. It has more to do with various other things that are going on in town.
Yeah, like, why are a bunch of guards here?
Yes. Again, do please be respectful.
Being respectful. We're going to be talking about the fact that there are guards here. If they overhear us, whatever.
They have the power to kill you.
So do I.
They have the authority to kill you. Let's put it that way, without any legal ramifications.
Okay, I'm trying to talk to you. Do you not want to talk to me? I mean, it's fine. I don't have to. I mean, I could just drink in peace, whatever.
I am more
she pulls away from you.
Alright, fine. I'm more trying to ascertain what in the world they're doing here, too.
A few minutes pass by, and you see the 4 guards that are there. They put their drinks down, they put some coin on the table. They nod at the barkeep and get up and they walk out. If I can pick them up, then they will walk out. They
There
will.
we go. There's still one guard. Okay. And then there's one Domini soldier standing in the middle of the floor, but I figure he's probably there for a reason.
No, he's not. Pretend he's not there.
You could take him over and pretend he fell asleep.
Okay. So, my dear barkeep, what brings the Domini here?
Oh, routine. They come through once in a while, you know, to check up on us and stuff. You can tell she seems obviously pretty nervous.
It's alright. I won't turn you into them.
Well, it's not. I'm not really. You're Asmar, right? Are you loyal to the Dominion?
I'm loyal to the Empress.
How loyal?
She is my Empress. She's also a friend, but I would like to figure out what is going on. I've been out of contact with most of the Dominion folk for a number of years now, and I have no clue what's going on.
She leans in.
A pack of feral wildcats streams into the tavern.
A cat is in the tavern. It may or may not be Ralphie. He may or may not have followed.
May or may not be drinking from the milk that is unattended.
Most definitely drinking.
We don't know how long the milk's been sitting there.
He's
Probably already fermented anyways.
He's most definitely found that milk by now. She leans in. Look, I'm not really supposed to say anything, so I don't really want to say anything, but I want to say something. Do you see the one that was with them? The taller one with the blonde hair and without the helmet?
Yes, I saw him.
His name is Lieutenant Brightforge. Silent Brightforge. I think he's in over his head, but he won't say anything. He won't ask for help, and he's afraid to.
Alright.
If you're loyal to the Empress, it would behoove you to ask him about why he's here.
Thank you. I will do so. I was wondering why they were here anyways. The Domini aren't usually out and about in full force quite like this. Makes me wonder what's up.
I wouldn't normally say something, but no one's saying anything. Something's gone wrong. They've been here way too long, and I've said too much. I really shouldn't be telling you this.
That's alright. I understand.
Just don't tell anyone I said anything, okay?
I won't. I'll figure out what's going on.
If you can't talk to, if Slytherin won't talk to you, convince Zaylin to do. Dontrip, she's keeping a secret too, but she can be convinced to tell you what's going on.
Alright, I will. And what was that other name?
Zaylin Dontrick.
Zaylin? Oh, that's the priestess? Yeah, yay! Alright. Alright, thank you very much. How much for the drinks?
Oh, don't worry about the drinks. If you help out, they'll more than pay themselves.
I know, but
Just don't tell anyone I said anything. I'm on rough ground as it is.
alright. I'll see what I can do. And what's your name, ma'am?
Oh, I'm Laura Lane.
Oh, that's how you spell your name. Thank you.
I'm catching snippets as they appear within tabletop.
Alright, Laura Lane. We'll see what we can do. I'm not sure what's up, but we'll get to the bottom of, or I'll get to the bottom of this. Well, bye, and Barry. Okay.
She leans back and says, "If you need anything, let me know. I'm sorry we can't offer you a place to stay right now. If they're currently all the beds are occupied."
That is alright. I'm traveling with a group that has has camp and tents and all that, and they have decided to kind of stay outside. But we'll see what we can't do about spreading the light here.
Well, I mean, can't spread it any more than a temple is already doing it, but sure, yeah. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. And she goes back to cleaning stuff in the bar. She goes back to cleaning stuff. That's getting a little...
And I will head over to Beatty and...
Beatty's listening to the whole thing. Both
she is?
They've heard, you guys are sitting in the bar across from her. They've heard everything.
Alright.
Beatty just looks at you like, whatever.
Do you wish for some investigation?
Not really. Why is this cat trying to drink my mail?
Is this Ralphie?
Yes, it's totally Ralphie. Isn't that your friend's cat?
Yes, it is. It looks like it. Well then, curiosity, are you here to sate yours, or are you here as Ralphie?
Ralphie just looks at you. And then he hops over and takes a drink out of her cup, and he's like, "Oh, no! Well, it's yours now. At least it didn't cost me anything."
Don't worry.
He just happily starts drinking down the whole thing.
Well then, Ruffy. If Curiosity is listening in, go ahead and let them know what you know. If not, Ruffy, would you care for a little bit of a town liberation?
Lap, lap, lap. He hasn't paid attention to anything you said.
I figured Erethias is kind of like just using him as a soundboard. Gorm?
What?
Yeah.
How are you, are you up for any investigation? Figure out what is going on here.
The most disinterested people are with Barry right now.
Yep.
They're doing great. It's great. Good work, guys. Keep up the good work. Say no to everything.
Yeah, speaking of which, how are you keeping our attention?
Well, see, you're trying to convince me things, and I'm also saying, curiosity if I can't read the contract, how am I supposed to know what you're telling me is actually what the contract? But you never taught me how to read.
Just the way it goes over and over. It's so boring. I think I told you he's just trying to distract us, and now we don't get the cool thing that everyone else is going to see.
Yeah, this is boring. Let's go.
Exactly.
I turn to Jess. Hey, Jess, watch this. And I'm right there.
I didn't catch that. What?
You what? You what?
I make a fire. Bonfire. I can make a bonfire. So just a campfire.
Surprise tail!
Meow.
It's a flame.
You made that yesterday. It's not that impressive the second time.
Did I?
Wish
Really, then what did we sleep by?
the arcane 10.
And
I don't remember a fire. Maybe BT made it. Alright. So, the three of you start heading back to your friends?
I'm gonna see if I cannot see this Lieutenant Sildoran, and then we'll head to our friends.
Yes, get in a fight with everybody else. This always works very well.
No, we're gonna end the night here as you make your way towards the lieutenant. I gotta get up really early tomorrow, sorry.
No problem, no problem.
Good luck with that.
My boss is gonna give me the "why aren't you in bed" look, so I should probably go.
Okay, in that case, we'll go ahead and close it out for the night. Thank you guys for joining us, players. Awesome time once again. We have a bit of a mystery upon our hands, and see what we can't do about blowing it up in February. Because we always blow things up, might as well. Viewers, thank you for joining us in on chat. I hope you guys have a good evening, and to everyone, God bless and good night.
And now we need to think about what's going